This video is all about this book, 22 Nocturnes for Chopin by Women Composers. Now, this set of nocturnes was just published last year in 2023 by EVC Music, and recently I posted a performance of one of these nocturnes, the one in G sharp minor by Nicole DiPaolo, posted that here on the channel. Now, this video is basically going to amount to a review of this set of pieces. I'm going to play through some excerpts from many, but not all of the pieces. I'm going to give some reactions about the music, and I'm also going to talk about who I think this book would be perfect for. So let's dive in. Okay, in just a minute, I'm going to read through a handful of measures from these pieces. But first, I just want to say what a huge value that this set of music is, starting with just purely a cost perspective. You can buy either a digital copy or a hard copy, and you're going to get 22 wonderful pieces of music for under $20 US. That's less than $1 a piece. Now, oftentimes, you probably know this, when you shop online for music, you're going to end up spending between $5 and $10 for just a single piece. From a cost of purchase perspective, this is a fantastic deal. I bought my copy directly from EVC Music on their website, and I have left a link to them in the description down below. All right, let's dive into some of what these pieces actually sound like. I'm going to go through about the first page of a handful of these throughout this score, and these are pretty much going to be sight reading for me, so go easy in the comments, okay? I hope, for the composer's sake, I hope I do them justice. I'll be showing you the first page of each of the pieces that I demo for you, give a little reaction to those. The book is very, I'd say, loosely graded, that as you go from the beginning to the end, the pieces get more advanced. Okay, so we're starting from the first piece in the book. So this is Nocturne, and it is in C sharp minor by Agnieszka Lasko. Let's hear some of this. I think right with that last cadence, you can really hear that inspiration from Chopin in this piece. Just a beautiful piece. We have maybe a little bit of an easier representation of that nocturne style left hand that you'll find in a lot of Chopin's music. This is more reachable. The jumps aren't so massive back and forth, right? And then just a beautiful singing, lyric, soaring melody that is so emotional. Love it. Yeah. I already played it for you. I'm not going to play the whole thing again. It's just so beautiful. All right, the second piece in the book is by Nitzan Verdi, and it's subtitled As They Come and Go. Let's see what this one sounds like. That is really interesting, right? This really mysterious and open introduction for us. Really, we get a sense of what key it kind of is, but it's quite ambiguous, I'd say. Mysterious, just as written in that initial tempo marking. And then, as soon as we get this undulating texture, again, very Nocturne inspired, That C sharp is so unexpected, and I love that. And then once again, a nice soaring lyric melody. Really lovely, especially in the next bar here. Lovely exploration of dissonance. So immediately in the second piece in the book here, we can see that there is a contemporary sort of influence to some of these compositions. And I think that's really, really wonderful. So we still get that undulating bass to work on. We still get that lovely lyric expression to make, but now combined with some textures and harmonies that we don't see so often. That's really nice. All right, the third piece up is in D flat major. It's by Alanna Crouch. Let's take a listen to this one. That is, I started smiling at the beginning because that sounds so reminiscent of the famous D flat. Oh, I would have to pull the music up to get the notes right. But you know the nocturne I'm talking about, Opus 27, number 2. Oh, also contemporary, but in a different way than the last piece. I feel like this explores harmony and texture that you might find in really modern piano writing, like in the last 10, 20 years piano writing. Oh, that exploration of low resonance. Lovely. Nice study of 2 against 3. Suspension over the downbeat. Yeah, really, really nice music. Okay, next up is the Nocturne by Victoria Proudler. This is jumping a little bit further into the book, maybe about halfway through. Yeah, we're about halfway through the book now. So A minor, looks like a lot of undulating bass, left hand happening here. Interesting, like written out ornaments like we have in measure 2, measure 3, and then kind of repeating. So let's see how this sounds. I just had to go beyond the first page, so we got that resolution of that phrase. Oh, but nice, tumultuous almost, just tumbling with a lot of different emotion that we could put here. Mixture of being anxious and sad and crying out. I really appreciate also the writing out of that ornament, because we could just use a symbol to mean that. And when Chopin himself wrote ornaments out, when he didn't use just the turn symbol, it meant to play something actually differently with more intention than if he just wrote the symbol on the page. So writing it out, I think, I see that when I look at the page, where I'm really going to lean into that ornament and play it with rubato and make it extra emotional. And so I really appreciate that touch, that it's truly written out and it's not just a torn ornament, which would be more like that. Right, interesting challenges in here though, right? We've got the left hand in 6, and we have a lot of 2 against 3 and a lot of other polyrhythm, 4 against 3, 5 against 3. So this is a really interesting study in how to incorporate polyrhythms into your playing, where technically nothing is too complicated. It depends on how fast you take this, I suppose. But at least technically we're not kind of having to fly all over the place while we do that, while we learn polyrhythms, but we have a ton to explore right on the first page. Okay, jumping forward in the book, we're going to do 2 more, and this is an excerpt from Nicole's Nocturne, Nicole DiPaolo. I play the whole piece in another video here on the channel, so I'm only going to play the first page for you here, but just to give you a taste, we're now probably 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the book, so this is one of the more advanced nocturnes. So there's our first theme, just a gorgeous piece of music. And now we truly are, at this point in the book, we truly are exploring these bigger ranges of left-hand writing. We're not kind of limited to an octave or with easy finger crosses. We've got quite a ways that we need to navigate around. Playing in G sharp minor is also, it's not a key that I see all that often, especially from a more accessible music, right? And then the harmonies that are explored here. Of course, the melody is gorgeous as well. A lot of good practice reading double sharps. And I think really learning, this piece would be great for learning how to play, how to add a rubato in a tasteful way to the score. Of course, that's going to be necessary for all of these. But this piece, and this piece that really sticks out, because if you play it only according to the rhythm on the page, we get... And this is just... that's too square, right? But the cool thing is there are so many juicy opportunities in this to stretch and pull and show rubato and show intention, learn phrasing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really love this piece, if you couldn't tell. All right, let's go through one more. Okay, we're jumping over to the very last piece in the book, the Nocturne by Zoe Rahman. And this, right off the bat, this looks interesting. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see how this sounds. Whew, that is interesting. Yeah, and it explores contemporary piano writing in another new way. That, like little tonicization or just change in harmony that we have here. Just that quick movement to 5, and then to a whole new tonal center, and then right back away from it again. Cadencing in a totally unexpected place. That's really cool. And also like that phrase that starts here. Mid-bar, we have that new idea, which I think that's really, really nice. I have been enjoying playing through these. So who would this set of music be great for? Well, of course, if you just want to play and experience some wonderful new music, then by all means, go for it. Secondly, for students of piano, this book is full of great writing, and it's sometimes loosely or more strictly in the style of Chopin. But oftentimes the pieces that are presented here are a little bit more accessible than the Chopin Nocturnes are. So for example, the easiest Chopin Nocturnes are often cited to be Opus 15, number 3, and also the C-sharp minor Opus Posthumous Nocturne, neither of which are truly easy pieces. Opus 15, number 3 is listed as RCM level 8, and the C-sharp minor Nocturne is listed as RCM level 9, and I think really that's a bit of a generous statement. Sometimes those pieces are harder, they're harder than those levels give away. Now the pieces here are wonderful additions to the repertoire that I think fall really nicely between maybe the easier writing from William Gillick, that is in a romantic and lyric style, and the easiest of Chopin's own works. So in that way, this set really bridges a gap in romantic style repertoire where it can be difficult to find lyrical pieces that explore some of the keys that are further around the circle of fifths, but pieces that aren't overly advanced for an intermediate or an early advanced student. So if you're a student around the level of RCM level 6 or 7, some of the easier pieces in this book are going to be a perfect challenge for you, and they're going to help prepare you for what's coming when you do start your first official Chopin Nocturne. And I'd say you'll continue to find challenges in this set through RCM level 9, maybe even into RCM level 10 or so. And of course, if you're a teacher with students around that level, this set is a great addition to your library, and I think it's something that you'll find yourself reaching for often when looking for new repertoire for your students. Lastly, maybe my favorite part of this, and this really applies to all levels from mid-intermediate through advanced, and even I'd say to professional pianists, it can be really valuable, really refreshing, and really wonderful study to work on music that you have never heard before. Learning a new piece of music, especially right now before these nocturnes have too many recordings made of them, learning music when it's that fresh and that newly composed is a very different experience when you can't go and pull up a dozen recordings or more of a single piece and listen and compare and almost like get to know the piece before you even start learning it. So while these pieces are still very new, you have an opportunity to make music and see for yourself how you can bring the notes on the page to life. Now, yes, the EVC website has a recording of some sort available for each of the 22 pieces in here, but that's only one recording, and you can use that recording to help check and see, are you playing the right notes and are you playing the right rhythms? Do you have the right gist of what's going on? But beyond that, you have an opportunity to learn how to say something for yourself with a piece of music. And there's no precedent set by 50 or 100 other concert pianists, like there is with all of Chopin's repertoire. There's no interpretation to base yours off of. You truly have a blank canvas between you and the notes on the page. And that can be such a valuable thing to explore as a student or as a teacher with your students. And it can be so refreshing to explore as a performing artist as well. I think these pieces can easily stand on their own in concert. So even for a performing artist, you might consider programming a part of your recitals to feature some nocturnes, and maybe you'd like to feature one or two of these alongside maybe a nocturne by Field, and of course maybe one by Chopin, and if you're really going for it, maybe another one that's lesser heard. That's it for this review of the 22 nocturnes for Chopin. I think it's an incredible value. It presents music that is worthy of the most elite concert stages, and it simultaneously fills a void in student repertoire for intermediate to advanced students. And to boot, it celebrates women composers who I think we really need more of in classical music and who deserve greater recognition. So you can buy this score through the link down below in the description. This video is not sponsored. The link is not an affiliate link. I really just love the music that's presented here, and I hope that this video can help to promote it and can help to promote each of the composers who are featured within. I'm Charles Szczepanek, and you have been watching Pianist Academy, where we make elite piano concepts simple and attainable. Now, since much of the writing in this set needs legato playing, I have a great video for you to check out right over here that discusses truly what legato actually is. Practice smarter, not harder, and I'll see you next time.